should talk about how I haven't put out episode 3 of LMMF or even actually started filming it. But instead, I'm gonna give you some barely life advice. It's about like every third word a life coach would tell you, or not even really that. Actually, it's more like if you took every third word from something that your PT would say to you, this is about the quality of the life advice I'm gonna give you. My words of wisdom are just be happy. It's as simple as that. Just turn on the happy. Turn happy on. No, what I mean is just allow yourself to be happy. Yay! That makes slightly more sense. If you actually already understand what I mean, you'll be all like, oh yeah, just, allow yourself to be happy. If not, you're currently like, I am trying to be happy, Lachlan. I try so hard. I try so very hard. Calm down. It's really easy. Just allow yourself to be happy. Let me story explain this to you. So I was at a musical festival, just a regular music festival this last weekend, and we were one act away from Kendrick Lamar, and we were currently watching the Wombats. And so these guys pushed in front of me, and I was standing on the hill, so it was kind of like, congratulations, you're now in front of me, and you're in the position where you can also not see the stage unless you've got some of those theater goggles. Why? Anyway, back to happiness. So we were on the hill, and I remember one of the guys was very vocal about the fact that he, one, didn't know the Wombats, and two, did not like the Wombats very much. I remember him distinctly saying, oh, boys, everyone's fucking singing along and like dancing. I don't even know this band, guys. I don't even know these guys. And then like a second later, he was all like, suitcase. Oh, bros, he said suitcase. What even is this shit? And I bet that inside his brain at that moment, he was just screaming, come on, Bryce, we're clearly the beta male of this group. There's only one option we've got here. Total genocide of everyone's happiness. And it's understandable because like it happens to me as well. It's something that happens in the minds of people who are insecure. When people around you are having fun and you're not yet having fun, you have this knee-jerk reaction to just invalidate everyone around you, all of their happiness, and just say that what's happening right now is shit because you don't get it yet. And if you act on that impulse, you lose because you don't actually get happy when you make everyone else's happiness seem stupid or fake. You just, for a small bit, like get to be snarky, and then you go back to not enjoying what's happening at that moment. And it's silly when you do this because you've not made yourself happy, you've just sort of continued to make yourself just like the nail that sticks out. And that's not fun. That doesn't get you happiness. The way that you do get happiness in that situation is just like joining the crowd and dancing around and having fun. Now, I'm like not telling you that you should just enjoy things blindly. Like, don't just because everyone around you is having a great time be all like, I should have a great time. Even though that is kind of literally what I just said. But what I'm saying is that you should allow yourself the time to actually either find out if you do enjoy what's going on right now, or if you don't. Don't just immediately say that you don't like what's happening. Also, it was the Wombats. They're not exactly a divisive band. We're not talking Parkway Drive. We're not talking Mozart or anything. They're very easy listening to. Like, they might be the easiest easy listening band there is. It's very easy to sing along. It's very easy to dance along to it. Just have a little bit of fun. Even if you find out that you don't enjoy what's happening, you'll probably have... It's like so easy to dance around to that you'll have fun dancing with your friends. Now, how does this lead to happiness overall? Well, harken back to when you were a child. I'm so proud of myself for using the word harken just then. You had no trepidation to enjoying things. You just enjoyed things. Well, you went in blind enjoying things. Like, instead of being like, Milo cereal and Pepsi Max will never mix. The wheat flavors and the acidity from the Pepsi Max will never meld. As a child, you're just like, yeah! You were right. Pepsi Max and Milo cereal sucks. It's terrible. But at least as a child, you had the moment where you thought this was going to be the greatest thing ever, and you had that bit of enjoyment before you went straight down to negativity. Starting off at negativity, not doing anything, and then staying in negativity only leads to negativity. It can't lead to positivity. You need to allow yourself to be disappointed. You need to allow yourself to be surprised as well. Don't go into things and just assume that because the little information you have about them at that point means you will not enjoy it. Because if you go into something thinking that you're not going to enjoy it, you're not going to enjoy it. Just go into things neutral. At the baseline, if you go into things neutral, you can only go up or down. It bleeds into everything. There's a lot of criticisms against media these days because of the political messages they send, and it stops a lot of people from actually going out and enjoying anything. Because you go into it and you think, I am not going to enjoy this because it only has one POC lesbian character and there is only one Trump joke in the trailer. It is clearly unwatchable. Watch it, and yeah, maybe it lacks representation, and that's a solid criticism against it, but you also might find yourself laughing at jokes or enjoying the craft of costume design. You can find happiness in things that aren't 100% great, or even aren't great at all, things that are bad. You can find things that will make you happy in those things, if you allow yourself to do so. Now that I've had my little media rant, the way you can bleed this into your entire life is just by allowing yourself to go into things without a negative standpoint. And it's such an easy thing to do. All you have to do is remind yourself when you have that little husk of a voice in your head that says, I don't know this. This is going to be shit. You just say, go away, and just think, I don't know what this is going to be like. Let's go see what this is like. Acknowledging that you don't know what something is going to be like before you do it is one of the easiest ways to start getting into doing things. Because not doing things, you're always going to be sad. Doing things is the easiest way to find enjoyment and stuff because you're doing things. Pour the Pepsi Max into the Milo and find out why other people might enjoy it, because, yeah, you might enjoy it. If people enjoy something and you don't enjoy it yet, give that thing time. Actually give it not a negative viewpoint, go from a neutral standpoint and go into it thinking this is something that might be enjoyed, and there are literally only two options that can happen there. You will either get it, you'll either understand what everyone's raving about, or you won't get it. And that kind of sounds pretty rough, but if you go into something negatively, there is so limited chance of you coming out of that thing with a positive. There's like such a slim chance of you thinking, oh, I was incorrect, this is actually great. Because wow, we're so stubborn in our heads. The second that we go into something thinking this is going to be bad, even if it is slightly funny, at the end of the day we'll say, no, that was bad. And we're so rough. We're so rough on everything. It's so mean. If you don't try to get why everyone else gets it, you will never get it. And that's it. So go out, allow yourself to fall down, allow yourself to be lifted up, have fun, break some eggs. Break some eggs? I'm sure that sounds metaphorical to someone.